Hello, people, and welcome back to One on One. It's a Monday. It's around 4:35. I am back from my college, and it's a very rare thing that I'm back so early. So I thought let's shoot a video. This video is gonna be about what I've learned in these 3 years of my med school. Actually, not three. It's just two. But yeah, the third is going on. So these are my learnings, my tips and advices to someone who is about to join college. So let's have a one-on-one about it and let's get into it. Without any further ado, let's start this video. So here we go. Let's check the essentials first. First being the list of items which I'm going to talk about so that I'll be efficient and you won't be wasting any of your time. And the other being my snack so that I can nib on it. And if I forget anything, I can just, go like, delicious. Anyway, so the first being, an obvious thing, but for me it was a huge thing, which was should I buy an iPad or a laptop? But I had a good friend. I have a good friend actually, Danish, and he said that go for an iPad because he owned both, and then he knew if I have to just buy one, the best bet will be an iPad, and I went with it. And I'm currently using it. And I'm so happy, and I'm shooting my videos on it, so no complaints at all. It's easy to carry, okay? It's easy to use, and then I don't know. I mean, I have used laptop my entire life, but then when it comes to a laptop, things get a little difficult. So if you have to ask me for an advice that what should I buy, I'll say go for an iPad. Because by mere observation, I've seen people, most of the people using an iPad. So I think there must be something right with iPad. That's why they're using it. Anyway, next thing. Always, if you're a medical student, you know that you should choose e-books over physical books. Why? I know you like the feel of flipping those pages. I also love that. But then, if you're a medical student, our books are too heavy to carry and they're too expensive, to be honest. So, an ebook is the best alternative, and you can use it in your iPad. You can annotate it, you can take it anywhere, anytime you want, and you don't have to worry about the weight. So, that's that. Now, about an app which you should be using. Like, if I talk about iPad, my iPad is incomplete without GoodNotes. GoodNotes is an app which is it's for me it's my lifesaver. It's the best app for organizing your notes with your typing or handwriting. It's the best to open your PPTs. It's the best to open anything in it, and then it has quite a bit good storage. You can even record your lectures, which is the thing I love about it. I have done this, and this is one thing which I've told people, my juniors also, that if you are confused and if you are sleepy in your class, just you know keep the recorder on and you're good to go. So that's why it's gonna be good notes. Okay, three things done. Fourth thing, which is like I was it was really hard for me to actually crack this one, but this is find your productive time. So for example, I like to and I am more efficient if I wake up in the morning. I'm a morning person. I don't think I'm a night owl. I have become that because you don't have a choice, when you're in medical school. But then, if talking about efficiency, I'd say that I work great in mornings. So you really need to figure out when you are the most productive, and yeah. So med school is tough, but working with your natural rhythm can help you a lot. So just don't see just don't follow what others are doing because it might work for them but not for you, right? So just because your friend or your roommate is doing it, I won't suggest you to do that. So that's one. Now another thing, it's about routine. So when I was thinking about it, I don't mean by a morning routine or a skincare routine or anything of that sorts. What I mean is that, for example, okay, this is a very realistic example. So when I sleep now, I brush my teeth, I soak the nuts, the dry fruits, so that I can have them in the morning. And sometimes, very rarely, I journal also, which is great. When I do it, I feel lovely. I feel great. And when I do all of these things, like washing my face, brushing, soaking my dry fruits, journaling, I feel that I have accomplished a lot. Even if it was a Sunday and I was rotting in my bed, but then I feel nice. Okay, nice way to end my day. So always have routines. It can be in the morning or it can be in the night. I don't like to wake up early in the morning, but then it's not a good thing, and I wouldn't suggest that. It is really chaotic in the morning for me. Like I just wake up an hour ago, but it's not sufficient for you, if you know what I mean, right? So yeah, just build a routine. And let's see what else I've written. I'll just nib something. Yeah, meditation, planning out your day, all of these are great. Very essential. Something I learned. If you're struggling with journaling, or if you're struggling with with your thoughts, I have something for you. It's called the rule of five. So every morning, you have to list five things you're grateful for, five things you have accomplished, and five things you're looking forward to. This will actually help you to keep you grounded, and you'll be focusing more on your positives, right? And there are days, when you don't feel good. So for that, this works really great. So you can do that. Now let's move ahead to another point, which is, you know, when I was in my first year, we used to use a lot of PubMed because we had a subject called research. We had it in our second year also, but then at that time we didn't use it that much. Um, at least I did. If my group mates did, I didn't. But yeah, in first year I did it, and it's a beautiful website, PubMed. We have Google Scholar also, right? So what I mean by that, uh, a very important characteristic of being a doctor is to be updated, right? So if you're preparing for any of your small group discussions or your TVLs, this is something which happens in our college. So they'll give you a case, and you on a case you have to discuss it. So when you are discussing about a case, you'll see that what the diagnosis is, right? So you what the treatment is, what the management is, right? So you can search the latest updates on that, and that will be really beneficial to you. This is what I have noticed. So you can do that, right? That's a point which I have written it down, because these are some reliable and fast resources which will help you out a lot. Like my last video about Ozempic, and there I talked about a lot of articles online which I read, which were from PubMed, and I think it's a great place. If you can navigate it, it's great. So that, and mems is something which works in Philippines, and I cannot remember right now, but there's a counterpart of it in India. Is it NIMS? I'm not sure. If I'll just write it down here. So this is for your drug information. This is for your up-to-date medications and their uses. So same. If you're studying pharmacology, you can go through it. It will be really beneficial for you. Again, so MIMS is a great app. You can have it on your phone. You can use it anytime when you want. So that. Now, these were something which were like hardcore, which were like the bricks, the foundation. Now a few things which are very which are few observations which might not help you in your medical school, but in your life generally. That being said, there are a few things I'm going to talk about. Okay, first is like you have to be self-dependent. I've struggled with it. I've always been very dependent on my friends. I've always been really I don't have the right word for it, but I've always been reliable on people. But to learn those, problem solving techniques, to find the answers on your own, that's very important. If you want to grow, you have to be self-dependent. You cannot rely on anybody. And you will see a striking difference between, like, if you were dependent on someone and when you did something alone. the results, the outcomes will be very different. There will be a striking difference. That being said, let's move on to the next point, which is true friends. As growing up in an Indian household or growing up anywhere in the world, you must have heard that uh, you don't need a lot of people, you need quality over quantity and all of that. But that's actually very true. Um, and when you come to college or med school or any place, or maybe, office, I don't know about it, you will experience that. You'll be like, yeah, I mean, the friends who stay by your side till the end are the true people rather than those. I mean, look, see, I had this problem where I wanted few people to be with me even if they didn't want to be with me, because just because I met them in the starting of my journey. But then now I know that I don't need them because they're not the right people for me. I have to focus on the quality of relationships and not the quantity. So that is there. I'm putting on the table so that you can, remind yourself about it. I mean, saying it is very easy, but applying it in your life, it's very difficult. Okay. Right. Now we are down with last 3 points, which will have a little different interpretation in your mind. First being nutrition. Um, I struggle with it. I'm still struggling with it. I just cannot stop myself from eating junk, but we have to. I mean, you might like the idea of eating and chicken wrap or maybe a burger, but then when you're done with it, you don't like that feeling, right? I feel it every single day. It's like I can stop it. But now, because I have said it on camera, I think I'll try to work on it. I'll try to choose healthy alternatives, which I used to do a lot of years back, but I'm gonna bring that version of myself back. So yeah, please, nutrition is the key. If you expect to perform well, and if you're not fueling your brain, then you're not gonna function properly. So please, just you need proper nutrition to keep yourself sharp for those long study hours. So focus on your nutrition. I know eating instant noodles is easier than eating oatmeal, but prioritize yourself. That's very important because we are young right now, so we can't see the differences. But then in our third decade of life, we'll see it. We'll see, yeah. Now, financial knowledge and the joy of saving. Um, this is something no one tells you about finances, because saving money is a huge part of surviving this whole journey. Uh, but we don't know that well. Like, especially our generation, we don't know much about it. But we need to be literate, financially literate. Uh, so try to watch videos, try to keep track of your spendings, because that will help you out in long run. Again, the everything is about the long run. It's not about what currently is the status, right? um, and the last being procrastination. Few of the points which I've put forward are something which I asked Sumedha Danish, that what do you feel about it, right? Like, what do you think I should be telling people on camera? And he said that Sumedha said that about procrastination, that please, procrastination. She said that procrastination is real, but here's something that works for me. So, like, what works for me is something different from what works for you. So it's a 2 minute rule, okay? So if something can be done in 2 minutes or less, just do it, because it will help you to avoid procrastination, and you will keep moving forward onto those small things. I mean, this is a small step, but then it will help you a lot. So don't procrastinate, guys. Don't stack it up, don't pile it up, please don't do that. There was another thing, a rule of 20. Yep, it was about physical health. um, so I missed it. I'm so sorry about it. I missed it. So about physical health, I am not the fittest person, and I'm not the most appropriate person to talk about this topic. But then, please take care of your body. Eat good, exercise. If you cannot, just take out 20 minutes. This is the rule of 20. I have so many rules, right? But this is one of those. So, rule of 20 is like every day you have to spend at least 20 minutes outside, whether it's walking, jogging, or you maybe hitting the gym. Hitting the gym for 20 minutes doesn't make sense, but then maybe walking and jogging, in the nature, or these short amount of time make a huge difference. It doesn't have to be fancy, but just like just some fresh air, a little sweat, you'll be good to go. So yeah, that was my last point, and this is very essential, very very essential, because I've seen that what it does to you, and what it is doing to me. But I'm gonna work on it. So yeah, that. Now, if you know these lessons helped you, all these lessons gave you a perspective, or maybe food for thought, just let me know in the comments. Please share, please subscribe, and like always, please take care of yourself mentally, academically, physically, all the aspects. The video of this quality is not the best because I'm shooting it very late in the evening and the sun is already down, and I only rely on natural lightning. But I really wanted to put out this video. So bye. See you later.